first game we're going to do is the Cincinnati Bengals at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is in Kansas City. This is not in the neutral site. The Bills didn't make it. This Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Jay, I'm gonna come to you first. Who's your prediction for this game?
Yeah, this is a tough one. Because we know we've talked about Joe Burrow he's beaten Mahomes 3 in a row, I think it is. And the Bengals are playing great. I think they're on like a 10-game winning streak, coming off a dominating performance against Buffalo. Patrick Mahomes is injured. It just feels like everything is kind of shifting in Cincinnati's favor. But to steal K Walk's line, with that being said, I'm going to take Kansas City. I'm going to take Kansas City here. I just think Patrick Mahomes is going to gut it out. He's going to have a gutsy performance, even though he's injured. It's hard to win in KC on the road. And with everyone talking about Joe Burrow and that maybe he's inching up on Patrick Mahomes for the best quarterback in the league, I think Mahomes and the Chiefs make a statement this weekend. I think they win a close one, 31-28, but I'm going with KC.
K-Walk.
Love you, brother. Love you, brother. Yeah, I you know what? I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the Bengals here, man. I mean, I really think that that Joe Burrow is due. They're going to go back to back here. And you know, as hard as it for me to say, they may win it all as well. As much as I'm a 49ers fan. You know, I just think that like I stated last week with the Jacksonville Jaguars,
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't give up on neither one of our teams. Shit. All right.
Oh no, I'm not giving up on either one of our teams. I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying that, but I mean, but we'll talk about that at a later part. I mean, at next week. But I think they're in a good position to win it. That's all I'm saying. Let me rephrase that. So yeah, I like Joe Burrow. I like what he's doing. I know that offensive line of the Cincinnati Bengals is depleted. I get all of that, but that defense is kind of underrated.
Yeah,
a lot of people, if you look at that defense of the Cincinnati Bengals, they are underrated, and I think that that's going to be the difference here. And then we don't know what we know it. We know that Mahomes is going to play. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But where is he going to be at health-wise? And Jay, you alluded to it. You know, it was in the moment. You know, he's got that. You know, he's not feeling that injury because of the fact of the matter is the adrenaline is going. You know, well, maybe he's going to you know take a shot. I mean, like some type of shot to get to ease the pain. But with all that being said, man, I just really like the Bengals and the way they're playing right now. So I'm going to go to Bengals here, and I'm going to go to Bengals. I'm going to go to Bengals 21-14 here. Bengals 21-14.
This one is tough, guys. I would love to see Kelsey brothers, Andy Reid against his whole home team in the Super Bowl. Oh, that would make my year.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, that would make my year. But I think I'm with K-Walk on this one. This Bengals team is hot. And I just don't know, like you said, K-Walk, I don't know how Patrick Mahomes is going to perform on his ankle. He may come out firing, dropping dimes, or he may be limping a little bit. And I think the Jaguars could have actually won that game, but it was just some critical mistakes towards the end of the game. You know, they had the fumble, and then Trevor Lawrence threw the interception. So they just didn't execute properly towards the end of that game because they had a shot with Patrick Mahomes being hurt. And then at the same time, remember, they pulled Patrick Mahomes out of that game, and Chad Henne came in, but he drove them down for 90 yards to score a touchdown. I think it was a touchdown. And that basically put the game away. So, but this Bengals team is different. They have playmakers. They got Jamar Chase. I spoke about it earlier. I'm not going to rename everybody. And they've been playing very, very well. And regardless how this offensive line has been playing, Joe Burrow has been doing his thing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And like you said, K-Walk, that defense is underrated. I know the Chiefs have Chris Jones, but is it enough on their defensive line? Is it enough? So that's interesting. So I'm going to go with the Bengals. I'm going to say 24-21 Bengals. I think it's going to be a close game. All right, last game, then we head into break. This is our game, K-Walk. our game. No, I'm not
Let's do it.
there. We got the San Francisco Niners, K-Walk San Francisco 49ers versus my Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday at 3 p.m. I wish this was the later game, but it's okay.
I know, right? Me too.
Jay, I'm gonna come to you first. Who do you have in this game? What's your prediction?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm not sure who to pick in this game. I've kind of gone back and forth all day about this pick because sometimes the Eagles just look unstoppable. Like their offense is just like you have no answer. Whatever you take away, they've got something else they can go to. So there and then you look at their defense and the pressure that they put on the quarterback, that defensive line, all those different players that have 10 sacks or more this year, like they are a complete football team. There's no question about it. And then, when I look at San Francisco, I don't think Brock Purdy has been great the last 2 weeks. Like he's been good enough to win. You got to give him credit. But he looked a little erratic to me against the Cowboys. When a good defense was getting after him, he definitely missed some throws, missed some guys, was running around a little too much for me. So, I mean, it feels like at home it's a game for Philly. But I've been saying all year that I think San Francisco really does have a championship football team. And their defense obviously is great as well. Can they slow down Jalen Hurts? I don't know. I really don't know. But I think when the dust settles on this one, it's going to be heartbreak for the city of Philadelphia. I think San Fran gets out of there with a win somehow, some way. So I'm going to take the 49ers 31-27. Yeah, 31-27 Niners. 31-27 Niners.
Jay didn't sound too confident.
I'm not. I'm not confident. I'm not even going to
I'm-
pretend that I'm confident.
Okay, well,
Hey,
I'm gonna have you go next, but I mean it is a back and forth. You just don't know.
no, that's that's
K-Walk,
fine.
what
That's
you got?
fine. Yeah. I mean, Jay, I'm with you, bro. I mean, I'm 2.5 hours away from the game, and I'm looking at the tickets. They're like $600 a ticket. So I was like, should I get these? Should I go? I said no, because of the fact of the matter is, if I lose, I'm going to have to not only pay for these tickets and pay for everything that I do, and that also bail money, because I may need to get bailed out of jail because of the fact of the matter is I just may not be. But the fact that all jokes aside,
He's
you know
kidding, guys.
what,
He's
Jay,
kidding.
man? Yeah, I'm kidding. I really am. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Britt. I really am kidding. You know what, Britt? This is and Jay. And you know what I did, and ladies and gentlemen, you know what I did because I'm so nervous about this game. I went back and I watched the Washington Commanders game against the Philadelphia Eagles, the first game that they lost.
That was
And
the
I'm like,
blueprint game, right?
Yes.
That was the blueprint game.
And I'm the blueprint game. Thank you, Jay. And I'm looking at this as to, they're going to watch it. If I watched it, I know Kyle Shanahan watched. I'm like, listen, this is what we have to do in order to beat this team. And I'm watching this game, and I'm like, because I didn't watch the other games, when what's his name, the mustache guy,
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew was the quarterback. I said, no, we can't. That you throw that out.
Mustache.
Yeah, mustache. Yeah, porno star, the porno star. And I'm sitting there like, all right, this is what we have to do to beat this team. This is what we have to do to beat this team. Yes, I said the porno star because he had the mustache, like 1970s porno star guy. Anyway, going back to my stop, Britt, stop. So anyway. Yeah, so I'm thinking that this is where we're gonna go back and we have to do that blueprint game, like you said, Jay. We have to look at this team and look at that game and say this is how we beat this team. And Jay, when we Friday nights when we back in Center Medicine, we had the coaches clicker. You did it in Penn State, and we did it in Temple, where you rewind it 1,000 times and say, okay, do you see? You said this is what we gotta do. This is it exactly. It's the coach's clicker, and I'm watching. I'm doing the same thing, Jay. I think if we go back and we get a game plan of the 49ers against the Eagles, and we use that blueprint, I think the 49ers will be all right. So with that being said, and that score of that game as well was crazy. So I'm going to go back to that. So with all that being said, I'm going to take the 49ers here, 17-11.
Okay.
Okay, well, since then we did pick up some free agents.
I know.
Just letting you know. So
I know.
So it's a little bit different of a team. So I'm hoping.
And,
But
as did we, Brett, too. We picked up.
I know you
picked
got
up
Christian McCaffrey.
AJ Brown, and you picked up AJ Brown. We picked up Christian McCaffrey. Okay.
We picked up Linval Joseph and Nadam. It was primary defense since then.
Okay.
We had AJ Brown since the draft. But you guys definitely got Christian. I don't know how the heck you stole that man from the Panthers, but you got him somehow. When they got him, I said, God dang. I was like, what the heck? But no, I think this game is gonna be so tight.
Gotta take your Philly. You gotta take your Eagles.
My nerves. I was cool, but now my nerves are starting to get to me. Now I'm thinking about it. I can really think about it. I'm definitely I'm gonna take I can't go against my Eagles, but
you cannot.
I think
I won't allow you to do it.
I'll tell you how the 49ers could beat this team if Jonathan Gannon doesn't shore up the defensive side, and I'll tell you exactly where. The middle part of the field. We don't have the linebackers you guys have.
You watch football, don't you? Because that's what's gonna kill y'all.
No, we got a whole sports show, and I just been talking out my butt the entire time we had this show.
But you ain't coming like that. That's exactly what I was gonna say later.
I come at it like that all the time. No, it's nerve-wracking because we have talented linebackers, but we don't have a Fred Warner. We don't have a Dre Greenlaw. I have to be honest.
Britt knows
and
football.
You guys have
Britt knows sports.
Y'all have George Kittle, and George Kittle, what he did against the Cowboys is serious. He wasn't like this super, but the crucial plays that he made, they couldn't do anything about it. So that is one thing I am a little nervous about. But I think if Jonathan Gannon can shore that up, we'll be okay. Hopefully, we could get Avonte Maddox back in that slot position. That'll help big time. Although I do like the fact they put C.J. Gardner-Johnson in there until he could come back, and the undrafted rookie is taking over that safety spot because he's been playing so well. Yeah, now, where we can get the 49ers is our receivers. So this might be a situation where we're passing the ball. The Giants, we ran the ball a lot. This might be a situation where I might say it's okay to be pass heavy against those 49ers. We've seen what A.J. Brown did to the 49ers last year when he was with Tennessee, although it's a regular season matchup's a little bit different.
Good point. Great point.
But you're gonna have the number one defensive line versus the number one offensive line. This is going to be an amazing game, guys. Hopefully, Lane Johnson is healthy enough to stand pat. But the biggest thing with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I keep coming back to it, is the play calling. You're going up against one of the best play callers in this league, and Kyle Shanahan, by far. He's going to get Samuel Debo and all his playmakers open spaces. So we got to somehow stop Christian McCaffrey. This is going to be tough. I know we got a great defense, but this is going to be a tough matchup. I'm actually excited. Of course, I'm going for my Eagles. I'm going to say 27-21 Eagles.